Chapter 1 my name is Chess, and welcome to the What If Deku Was the Flash? Or should I restate it as What If Deku went to DC Comics? So, in this What If, the Deku was born with a quirk of speed. Not like Tenya that has like pipes on his legs. No. He is also a mortal. So, yeah. When I'm not gonna bore ya with like the little stuff, but sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. So Zuko ends up so about that, and yeah. So I'm also throwing in Zoomies so that to keep things interesting. So yeah, Zuko who goes to UA at age of 15 to get his quirk, like he wants to become a pro hero. And Zumi got One for All. Oh. And yeah, from All Might instead of Zuko. And all that small details. But when the All Might versus All for One, and he uses his beam light and to save his, like, he actually created a barrier, like one of the characters from One Piece that crosses his fingers. But his speed quirk allows him to, basically, All Might and everybody was sad, and like they were sad, and so yeah. But Zuko, he went all the way around the globe, like literally, like how he did it when he like ran around. He literally ran all the way through at the max amount. And his body starts to shake like what you see on your screen. And he basically killed All for One. Basically, yeah. But he turns around. Or no, he actually puts his fist up in the air as he smiles as everyone sees him fading away. As Zuko went to DC Comics universe. As everyone thought he was dead. So, yeah. But he looks like the green-haired version of the Flash. Ash. As his last words were, "See you on the other side." Plus Ultra. So then, looks at the green hair one. So, yeah. He looked like Goku who he meets or not Almighty. He meets Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, every single Justice League. Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody was crying in My Hero Academia because he was including Bakugo, they could not believe that he died as a hero. Yeah. So, and they do not want to mention Zuko because that makes them more like broken-hearted. But Zuko, whose memories got changed to basically, yeah, as one day, actually, there was a portal opened up. Or actually, Zuko knew he's about to die because how fast he could go. He created a portal, and one person that stumbled into that portal, or like into the lab, was Inko. Or actually, the janitor was gonna clean out. But then when he activated the button, like, the portal opens up, and Zuko falls through. Yeah. And Zuko lands right on his keister, his butt. As he says, ow. As the janitor had the same face. But when Zuko stands up tall, he looked like Nindever and All Might put together. That's how tall he is. He's a giant. Because in DC one, like when he got teleported to the DC comics, his body transformed to a more tall, buff-looking man with his green hair, green eyes, white skin. He looks like that guy. Yeah. He was tallest. Like, he could have just... He turned around and he hit his head so hard on... Or, yeah. As a janitor calls Nezu to come down. As Nezu comes in and sees, to his surprise, Zuko Midoriya. As Nezu walks over and asks him, "Who are you?" And Zuko says, "I'm Zuko Midoriya." As Nezu is surprised, as he couldn't believe that the one that got killed got revived. And yeah, does that seem weird? Yeah. Few seconds. or actually, hold on just 1 second. Sorry about that. And yeah, when Zuko, they could not believe that they went and did the DNA test. Zuko is a match. Yeah. As he was like, man, it's good to see you, Zuko. Yeah, good to see you too, Nezu. As Nezu wants to, or asked him, like, okay, where did you go? Like, we all thought you were dead. Like, we saw you vanish. As he says, well, let me explain this to you. Because speedsters like me have limits. But there's some, compare Tenya to me. And Zuko says, compare Tenya to me. He has thrusters. That's his limit. Like, if he goes too fast, his legs will explode. But for me, I'm the opposite. If I go too fast, you think he died and go to heaven. But I end up teleporting into another universe. As Nezu is like, ooh, okay. So that's your limit. If you surpass your limit, then you end up getting teleported, don't you? Yeah. As Almighty shows up, because he wants to talk to Nezu. But when he knocked and then when he came in, he sees Zuko Midoriya. As his jaws dropped. All Might's jaws dropped when seeing him. Like, my boy, you're still alive? Yep. I'm still alive. And, by the way, in this what if, My Hero Academia timeline is like 1 minute on that compared to DC is like fast. But Zuko, who helped his team, it's called the Young Justice League. Yeah. So, basically, yeah, he comes back to do, yeah. And, yeah. He gets, yeah. Sorry. It was scary. So scary that, so they wanted to introduce him to it. So he agrees, as every student, after the dodgeball thing, Zuko, or they're like, man, I really miss Zuko so much. Yeah. Everybody from the entire country missed him so much. But then Mr. Aizawa walks in. All right, class. This is a new student. Or actually, you might know him. All of you might know him as the one that you said. Zuko Midoriya. So, as they're like, okay, let's see him. As this really tall guy that has to bend over to get into the doorway. While he walks in, and everybody's jaws dropped. Like, what? What? Yeah. And everybody went, what? Yeah. Because how irritated that was. Zuko was like, hey guys, what's up? As they all like got up out of their seats, they walked over and hugged him. Hey, why are you so dang tall? As Zuko says, I'll explain it in a minute, okay? As Eraserhead agrees. As they all sat back down. As Eraserhead says, well, I'll let him explain it to you because it was the first time for me to actually heard that. And Zuko says, I'm not trying to bore any of you, but my quirk, the Speed Force, because I'm a speedster, when you saw me when I pushed my limit too much, like past my breaking point, I ended up like evaporated, and I went to this universe where quirks don't exist, but there's superpowers like Superman. There's one that is Superman, Batman. They introduced themselves. And yeah. So then we had so much fun. And there was even Superboy that looks like, yeah. So, yeah. He explains that he went to another universe, he basically says. As they're like, man, I don't want you to push your limits. But man, that was bizarre. How did it feel? Well, it feels like your body accelerated. And then that was, yeah. Basically, yeah. Basically, it was. As a portal opens up. And yeah. And here I am. As they see him as a tall, buffed up dude. As Ochako was, or Momo, who kept looking at his, like, biceps things, like his body structure, and he looks lean and mean kind. But man, she loved him. Between her and Ochako, they both agree to date him and get married to him. Yeah. So, every single person was like, man, you're, yeah. As even Zumi was being like, man, brother, You have the crazy adventures. Yeah. I did meet a guy that his name was called Clayface. That's what they called him. The other had a power ring, like the Green Lantern ring. And yeah, they find him hilarious that as he starts giggling with them. And yeah, he explained what their weaknesses are, and yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So they then as I had a time anchor, or the anchor button, that's what it was. As they could not believe that he came right back to them. And so he wants to say hi to Inko. So after school, they went home. Azumi tells Inko that her brother is still alive. As Inko says, well, oh, sadly, your brother died. Why did you say he's still alive? As a voice comes out of nowhere. Who's dead? As a big, tall guy with green hair, green eyes, with the same colored skin, and looks up. As he looks at Inko, I'm Zuka Midoriya. I'm actually is. As Inko looks up, and she is like, she landed on her butt. Like, wait, so you're Zuko? How did you get that tall? As he sat down with Inko and Asashi and told him what had really happened. And yeah. And so Inko and Asashi, Inko was tearing up as she gets up, runs over to Zuko and hugs him and tells him not to or don't push that limit too hard, okay? Yeah. Because, yeah. That's how, yeah. So, Asashi agrees that he tells them that he went to a universe where there's a league, or Justice League thing, and yeah, yeah, and in that universe, the magic girl, the one that I forget her name, Zarkana, or I forget her name, but the one that always learns magic. Yeah. She ends up falling in love with him in DC universe. And so, yeah. Then, you know who else fell in love with him? One of the Red Lanterns. I forget her name, but that girl. She fell in love with him. like, she wants to kill him first, or actually date him first, then kill him. Yeah. So that was one of the missions. Was the like they heard that the Red Lanterns were about to kill Hal Jordan, and then Zuko uses his Speed Force, and he accidentally, yeah, and she ends up like she couldn't control herself of two things. One, she wants to like murder him for interfering with their plans. And two, love on him. Because how cute he is. And she likes strong men. So yeah. She ends up trying to decide. And then all that things happen. And one day, or actually in that DC universe, she actually snuck into his bedroom, or like one of the, or actually, yeah. And yeah, he, it, yeah. I'm not gonna get into details of it, but yeah, she ends up having a kid with Zuko Midoriya. And she did tell Atrocitus before he got too angry at her how she feels about Zuko. As Atrocitus is ready to kill Zuko, but when he heard that one of his own people wants to date him or date Zuko, he's like, okay, it won't be. Okay, so yeah, so she goes over and she invites him to have some dinner. And she gets like romantic with him, like subdue him. And yeah, you want to say it, and what they basically, or she basically had slept with him, basically. Yeah. Sexually abusing them. Or him. Yeah. So she gave birth to the Red Lantern child that has that she, it was a girl, or yeah, and it was both or girl and a boy, like twins. They share the same blue skin as their mother, green hair with their father, and yeah. So Atrocitus decides, okay, how about let them have rage? As yeah, they had Rager, right? Because they're already as, yeah. So one mission, mm, the Red Lanterns helped the Green Lanterns to defeat some um of the other lanterns, like Orange, or there was a new one, but they simply couldn't do it. But Zuko says this: "Oh yes, we can." As he punched a villain, as yeah, his then her uses her thing. Every single one of them agrees. And yeah, it was terrifying. And after the mission, the portal opens up and he could detect where it's going to go. As his memories inflict back and forth. So basically, his DC counterpart, like himself, or his memories are in DC. But in in the My Hero Academia, he has his own memories before he left. So, yeah. Imagine trying to date one of them. Yeah. So, if you guys want me to turn him into a Red Lantern, Green Lantern for one of these videos, please slap that like button and leave a comment below of which lantern should I put him in. Definitely not orange or black or white. I was thinking about putting him in Phantom Lantern. That the I forget the name, but Fanter or not Fantine ring or lantern. It's the one that has all the emotions inside. Yeah. So, but in Zuko's, or when he was back, he remembers what he was doing before. As he says, it finally worked, so I'm glad. And now, yeah, and Ochaku and Momo got married to Zuko at the same time and had 4 kids. Technically, if you want to go all technical on me, it is Zuko who has 6 kids from both worlds. Yeah. From DC Comics, and then the My Hero Academia universe. Yeah. So, yeah, it was just weird. As everybody like walks around, but they stared at this one kid that has green hair, green eyes, like as one of them asks him, "So who are you? What is your name?" "Oh, me? I'm Zuko Midoriya." As everyone froze, it looked like they just seen a ghost. They could not believe that Zuko is still alive, as he explains to the entire country of like speedsters, like people that have speed force are like what Flash has. It says don't push yourself too hard. Yeah. Because you might end up getting teleported and you might never come back from that. As everybody is like, so you're saying that you're Zuko Midoriya? Correct. I'm 100%. Yeah. So then everybody worship him as a gun of speed. Yeah. They all nicknamed him that too. So yeah. So he ends up running just enough to like make sure he's not like super slow, but when he goes fast, he goes zoom. Yeah. Everybody, or even the quirk doctor, is happy that he's back. He even asked him to like, how did it feel? Well, let's just say it wasn't pleasant. It ages your body up, but you still have your appearance, but there's also have a copied memory. Basically, your memory is in the core, but your copied memory is like it changes your memories. It's like you and then someone older than you, like all for one. Just imagine that. As the quirk doctor says, I see. Zuko, you have the quirk of that speed quirk that allows you to do that, right? Yes. I already know that I have a speed quirk. Okay. So you're What universe did you go to? Well, if my memory serves me, I went to this world called DC Comics. It's a different universe where everyone has no superpowers compared to here, but there's a Justice League. It is not similar to the League of Villains at here, but they're just all like pro heroes. But some of them are just crazy. Like there's one that is Kryptonian. He's an alien, so yeah. His backstory is his parents died. And all that stuff. Very interesting, as the quirk doctor says. Very, very interesting. But there's one other thing. If my memory serves me, in that universe, there's these things called lantern rings that look like Here, let me draw it out. As he draws it out, each one simulates what the emotions have. As the court doctor's interested, like, he's more interested in, like, these, in the other world. Yeah. Zuko explains that each one has different emotions. The red one that I recently encountered, that I remember, and was red lanterns are rageful. They're hostile. Like, it fuels their rage to about, yeah. Or he asked about orange. The one that he points to. Oh, this one? That's greed. It satisfies greedy people. And I actually met him in battle recently. As his memories are starting to flicker between Zuko's and, yeah, his hero name is, like, in DC, is the Green Flash. Yeah. So Zuko tells him that people are like, and yeah, it was crazy. And yeah. So then he explains that to his, yeah. So even had to explain it to Nezu of what each lanterns, or actually all my, he says, okay, so what was in that universe? Well, let me explain. I already explained it to Court Doctor, but now I'm so, as every pro hero is ready to listen to him for 20 minutes straight. So if you want me to end it, just say end it. Yeah. Because it's the same thing. So, as one of the, like, of course, Mountain Lady says, what is blue? Oh, them? It is hopes. They're blue lanterns, but they have hopes. Like how All Might brings hope to all of us that we lost it. Yeah. And but they help the Green Lanterns that are Green Lanterns are will and all that stuff. So yeah, they were like, man, you know a lot of things about that universe compared to ours. Yeah, but for Kryptonians, and their race of aliens, and they are from planet Krypton. They have a mineral in that space that some of them, like green, is like poison and to Kryptons, and blue, I'm not gonna fry your brains. So yeah, so basically, yeah, they all could not believe that Zuko remembered it. As I'm having conflicts right now between myself, Zuko Midoriya, and my like hero name in that universe of Green Flash or Green Lightning. Mm. As Nezu says, yeah, you're Zuko, so don't worry. As Nezu says, Green Flash, is that like resembles like your quirk of Speed Force? Yes. They called me the Speedster in that universe too. So, but one of the missions, gosh dang it, as he says, gosh dang it. As he's having conflicts again, as he like grabs a drink of coffee or tea and needs to, yeah. So he's trying to not have so bad of a conflict. As Nezu knows that okay, so can I call you the Green Lightning? Sure. So Green Lightning, what was one of the missions before you came back to this world? Well, we were on a mission because we heard that the Orange Lanterns is about to, kill the Red Lanterns off. So the Red Lanterns, or one of the, or actually before, of course, Red Lanterns were trying to kill us, but then a weird looking girl that had bat wings, like bony bat wings, to, and she went over, like, she stopped me, and she actually fell in love with me. As they could not believe. Yeah, and so, yeah, all that stuff. As he's like, I see. Zuko, how did you feel when you come back? Well, I feel pretty good now. Instead of having to, yeah. So, yeah. So, Momo, who, was, or actually he told the entire class that there's, about twice, as all of them agree. But Zuko says, I have two different personalities. Same thing, but instead of having multiple ones, I have two different ones. I go by two different names, or Zuko and Green Lightning. Both of us, if I start talking, I say Zuko, I am Zuko, who, But if I talk in Green Lightning, Green Lightning will say, I am here, and all that stuff. So, if you guys get confused of who's talking who. And, yeah. Momo is wants to learn about lanterns and how they affect, as he explains. And, yeah. So, the now we switch over to DC. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out the fastest way, to do it, because the not the one with the bone wings. Sorry, her. She's thrown a tantrum of where is he? Yeah, as yeah, the Batman understands that. I see. He got teleported to a My Hero Academia world. I don't know what that world is, but if my husband is in there, I'll be happy to get him out of there. Yeah, because the kids are wants their father or spend time with their father. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, could you imagine having her as your wife? Yeah. So, yeah, basically she wants him back. So everybody from DC wants him back. So, yeah, that's what happens. She goes and tries to think of a way to get him back. As, yeah. And Momo is like, okay, who's this? Who is the red girl? The one that you said she's the Red Lantern one? That, as the Green Lightning says, well, I am Green Lightning. I may answer that for you. He is my wife. As they could not believe that the others, the other personality, was married to that red girl. Yeah. And the so he so she ends up like, okay, what does she's probably upset like usual, but don't worry, Momo and Ochako, the Zuko, who no matter where he's at, he'll be with both of you. See, I'm a different personality, not the same one as the... Okay? So, yeah. He's completely honest with them. And he doesn't want them to end up getting killed by that red hair, or by that red lantern. And yeah, then a portal opens up. As Zuko, whose personality split into two. One was Zuko. He's back to his old self, like in his own body. And then they see this big, buff, bulking man. This guy right here with green eyes, green hair. Yeah. And she says, "There you are." As she sweeps in, grabs him, and she yells at him for leaving her. As yeah, but Green Lightning says, or he actually had two different personalities. So yeah, so when he went back to his universe, Zuko was like, man, got rid of that personality. Now I'm back to normal. So yeah. As yeah. So now it's happy ever after. Zuko got like he spends time with Momo and Ochako and the kids. And Green Lightning spends time with her and the kids, and he also helps the hero, or the heroes own. Yeah. As she says in a romantic voice, she says this: "I don't want you to leave us ever again. I won't. I promise." Yeah. And as he tells her that, "I know that the Red Lanterns and Green Lanterns are at war with each others. But you are still..." Yeah. Okay? As she understands, and she won't kill him. So she hangs out with him, and Atrocity agrees with that. And yeah. So now, this is the goodbye. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. And if you guys want me to do a what if Rimuru Slime, or Rimuru, was in My Hero Academia, or do this but with like some other character. So please leave a like, share, subscribe. Bye.